All right, guys, in this video, let's talk a little bit about duck calls. Duck calls is one of those things that is oftentimes discussed throughout the duck blind with other hunters that you may be hunting with throughout a season. And a lot of people come into the sport today, they don't really know where to start when it comes to finding a duck call. So oftentimes what they'll do is typically go to some of their friends, they'll maybe go to social media or other places where they could gather some information on what people tell them is the cool call or the trending call of the time to buy. But my question is for anybody in the sport, do you really need a $150 duck call or maybe even higher? Or would a $30 to $40 polycarbonate call that you could find at most of your local sporting goods stores be perfectly fine for the majority of us hunters out there? I can tell you this is just my opinion on the situation, that most duck hunters that I have hunted with over the years, most of us are weekend warriors. We have spare time to be able to hunt outside of a normal job that we work full time. And to be honest with you, the answer to that question I would have to say is no. An expensive call such as a call like in the price point of $150 and above is not something that most people would need to have in the duck blind to be able to put ducks in the spread to make good ethical shots on when you're hunting, out either on public land or on private land. The answer is quite simple, that most people tend to go with something like that more as a status quo. They want to, look the part of a waterfowl hunter in some cases, or some people, it's just plain simply that's what they were told to buy, and they think they have to spend that amount of money in order to call themselves a duck hunter. But the answer to the question is most hunters that I have hunted with, from my experience throughout the years, we can all get by, including myself, with a $40 duck call that you can buy at the store, at your local sporting goods stores. To be honest, most manufacturers nowadays just use a couple of examples such as Duck Commander, Haydell's calls, Falk's calls that have been around for many, many years. A lot of their calls offer great options in the lower price pointed duck call range. And those calls sound very realistic nowadays when it comes to sounding like a duck and being able to put more ducks in your spread if you use those calls properly and know when to set the call down and when to pick the call up. Is there a huge difference between a call in that price range versus some of the high-end calls? I would have to tell you, not significant enough to affect the every day or average Joe who's out there duck hunting in his spare time. Now, if you're a guide or somebody out there who's taking clients and you're hunting 60 days out of the season, then 100% I could see that being something that you may want to invest in, to have better quality tools in the blind with you for not only yourself but also for your customers. So I could definitely see it playing, the higher end calls playing into that type of customer if they're looking to purchase a new duck call. But overall, guys, for you to have to go out there and spend, big money on a duck call, I would tell you this and suggest this: start out with something that's affordable, especially if you're new to the sport, you're learning how to duck hunt, waterfowl hunt, and perfect that call before you go out and decide to spend big money just to look the part or to play the part of what everybody else tells you that you have to have in order to be called a duck hunter nowadays. That's just my 2 cents. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below, whether you agree with me or you disagree with me, or maybe you have a take on the situation that I left out. But I'd love to know your comments down below and share it with other people.